okay, I forgot something in the spoon theory, and this is just what happens. So I thought I'd got really good notes, but there's a thing that I can see here that I've missed that's really important, and that is the point of sharing the spoon theory now is that you can talk to your family, your friends, your boss at work, speak to them and explain it to them at some point when you're not tired. So, for instance, if you've had this conversation with your family and your boss, you will avoid the confrontations that sometimes happen because people, including ourselves, we don't understand. So if you imagine the night before you've been to a school event for one of your teenagers, the next morning your husband says, right, come on, we need to go supermarket shopping, and you're thinking, oh no, and you say, oh, I'm really sorry, I am just so tired, I do not have the energy for that. And he's like, well, actually, I always go on my own. That's not great. I'm going on my own again then. Well, that's a really difficult situation that you just doesn't need to happen. If previously you've explained to him about the spoon theory, he's gone and had a look on the internet and he now understands it. Now you two can plan your week together. So if you've got a school event the night before for your teenager, you don't put your shopping in the next day, and he will understand that. So now the shopping goes in another day or in the afternoon or one morning when you've not been out the night before. So between you, you are planning around your spoons. If you've got 8 spoons a day, you can't just use them all brand new each day. If you've had a busy day the day before, you're going to have depleted spoons. So you might have 6 the next day or 4. Now you understand about spoons, you can monitor that and how you feel. So that's how I worked it out. I just thought, right, okay, so on a good day I know how I feel, so on a good day that counts as 8 spoons. But I might not have 8 spoons every day. Some days I might have 6, because you've got to have a datum of where your good day is. That's how you map across everything else. So if 8 spoons is a good day, on a tired day, I may only have 4. On a really fatigued day, I might only have 2 or 1. I cannot have a shower on that day. I cannot have a shower, take my meds, make my lunch, go to the bathroom whenever I need to. I cannot do all of those things. So something has to give, and that's where your planning comes in. So learn about the spoon theory yourself. Think about it for you particularly. I've talked to you about the ways I use it, but you might be able to think of other ways that you can do that in your own life. And if you can't and you need some help mapping it across, okay, get in touch and on a comment or email me in, and I'll help you work that through, because it is very specific to each of us. But I've been doing it for a few years now, so I do understand it a bit better. But explain it to your friends and your family ahead of time. So then when you say, I've got less spoons, or I don't have the spoons to go shopping this morning because we were out last night, then he's like, oh yeah, actually I do remember that. Okay, I'll just go to the corner shop and get us some milk, and how about we go shopping together tomorrow? Now you're working as a team, aren't you? Because you both understand the spoon theory. And that's how I wanted it for you to understand how it works. Because when you can use it like that in your wider life, that's when you're going to find time to do your writing, make your workspace easier to use. Think about what you're going to wear on those days. Don't exhaust yourself getting dressed in lots of clothes. Don't have to put your makeup on. You don't have to have a shave. Okay, think about that. Make sure you're clean and you're fresh and you feel comfortable, but wear easier clothes on those days. I only put my makeup on really on the days when I go and have my hair done at the salon. That's why I am and that's why I'm recording on those 2 days, because it just makes it easier. If I'm going out another day, I will put it on, but that's just an extra when I've got the energy. So think about that as well. We always want to make sure we're clean and fresh and we're looking after ourselves. So don't neglect doing your teeth or brushing your hair or having a wash. Make sure you're clean and fresh, but just put more comfortable clothes on. And while we're speaking about that, think about your laundry and where you're going to do it. Yeah, because, and do you really need to have clothes that you needed to iron that day? Yeah, do you need to do ironing? Can you wear more comfortable clothes, more casual clothes perhaps that don't need ironing? These are all ways where you're going to be able to save your time and your energy. Okay, and if you can do that several days a week, then you can find some time and energy for writing. Maybe even when the family are watching a film or something and you're sitting quietly in another room, think about all those little ways where you can find some time, and I'll show you ways through the other videos how I save energy, how I've made my kitchen easier, my home easier, my going out easier. And if you trim all those little bits of energy and time off, it does build up. So sorry, it's in 2 videos this week, but yeah, I forgot something. That's what happens. See you next time.